most memorable moment that I experienced at the NRF was the big show because there was a lot of talking on AI. There was the huge convention with all the AI tools that most of these companies use, which I thought was really interesting and I thought was very memorable.
The NRF has changed my perspective on my future career path in a way that I feel like it's made me more competitive almost, since I got to meet so many future buyers in the retail industry. So I think it's definitely made me want to strive more in my internship experience, my class experience, and just overall learning.
Specifically, the second day is when you do kind of like a speed dating thing with a bunch of CEOs that come to your table and you ask them a bunch of questions. And right after that, you go to an internship fair or a career fair, and you get to hand your resumes out to people who will be directly picking you for internships.
For one, don't be nervous, because I was definitely nervous, and when I got there I had so much fun. I really bonded with all the people that went with us to the NRF program. My other piece of advice would be to not only research the keynote speakers, but also to research the different companies at the career fairs, because that's really going to help you when speaking to them.
So I went in 2024, and someone that really stood out, her name was Kristen Shane, and she was the Chief Merchandising Officer for PetSmart, and she talked a lot about staying agile and her different career paths, and she's done a lot of things from being in the Peace Corps to like jumping through different brands, and it just like really stood out because it did like a whole different trajectory, and it showed me that like I can do a bunch of different things and get to a place that like I'm really passionate about. And so yeah, I really liked her.
Why I attended the NRF student program was because I was awarded the Rising Star Scholarship. As awarded, I was able to go and experience a lot of these great experiences that I would never have gone anywhere else. I was also given a lot of advice from all these intellectuals who work in the retail industry, and it was a great experience because of it.
Some advice that I would give a student attending NRF is to be confident and to not be afraid to go up and ask the entrepreneurs questions and the CEOs questions, because that's when you really get engaged and have a good time and you're actually getting that connection of talking to someone in a higher field.
First, meeting all the like-minded individuals, really trying to pursue a career in the retail world. I'm very new to the retail world, so getting introduced to all the different brands and all the different companies at NRF and that NRF had to offer was really inspiring.
A typical day at the program involves you waking up very tired, probably either from the previous day or traveling. And you're gonna get all dressed up and you're gonna feel business casual and you're gonna feel amazing and you're gonna find coffee immediately. Also, don't forget your notebook, because that way you get to write down all the information that's being given to you.
I went in 2024, but even then, one of the chief information officers at Lululemon was talking a lot about DEI, because their company was getting backlash because the founder was speaking out about a lot of DEI policies, and she was like, we don't align with his beliefs, just like reaffirming that Lululemon stands with their customers and DEI initiatives.
The keynote speaker that stood out most to me at the NRF student program was the CSO of IKEA. Before coming to the NRF program, I didn't even know what CSO stood for, and it stands for the Chief Sustainability Officer. I am unbelievably passionate about sustainability, so hearing that a role that high exists is something that I have put on my bucket list, would be my absolute dream job.
There was a lot that motivated me to attend the student program. Mostly it was just to explore if I really wanted to pursue a career in retail, because I worked in retail over the summer during my internship at Brands when I worked in demand planning, and I got a taste of it, but I still didn't really know what everything there was to offer in retail. So I really wanted a chance to explore more about retail and see if I could fit in a company and fit in, since I'm a business major. And the opportunity was presented to me. I was hesitant at first. I don't regret it. And the motivation, again, to sum it up, really is just to explore and see if it's a career path for me and if it's a fit for me for my future.
I definitely would say that a lot of the career professionals are talking about using AI as a tool rather than an alternative, using that and being able to use it to my advantage when in the workplace.
My favorite person I got to interact with at the NRF student program was Mindy, who is the CEO of Runway of Dreams. I do Runway of Dreams along with NRFSA here on Marist campus, so being able to meet her and hug her and hear about her story, and her being so enthusiastic that I'm doing it at Marist, was very rewarding.
For me, it's Anna Harmon. She's the CEO of Studs. I felt that everything she was saying was very raw and I felt that she wasn't your typical CEO. She was someone who built her company from the ground up. She spoke from a very broad perspective about the company that she created and the experiences of working really hard every single day to develop it, process of opening brick and mortar stores, giving out sales deals, hiring new employees. She seemed like someone who was very in control of her career and someone who always very educated and took a very strong path to her success.
My experience with the NRF Next Generation Scholarship was amazing. I applied in May and I submitted an essay on Ulta's marketing strategy as well as a personal brand video in my resume. From there, I was selected as a top 25 semi-finalist, and after that I was doing a Uniqlo case study, which was an amazing experience, gained so much knowledge about not only the industry but how to complete a case study, learned so much about the brand. And then when I arrived to New York City in January for the program, I attended the Uniqlo Design Office Tour, which was super cool.
I took a little bit of a different angle for this conference. I would say for me as a business student, most people that are going in are fashion and they have more knowledge about the retail industry as a whole. I didn't have as much knowledge personally, so I sort of assumed that NRF was going to be more specifically about retail jobs and retail opportunities, not knowing how far that truly could go. I realized how many jobs are truly in the fashion industry that I didn't know before. So it gave me significant insight, different connections that I could make in the industry, different positions that I could gain over time. I would definitely, after attending it, believe that I could succeed in a retail position more than I did before because I didn't know how many opportunities were truly in the industry.